While most wrestling fans are still reeling in from the shocking events that transpired on the WWE's last pay-per-view event Payback 2020, which saw the big dog Roman Reigns effectively reclaim his yard by winning the Universal title from the Fiend Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, the WWE are already back in a big way 2 days from now on Sunday, September 27th, 2020, with their Clash of Champions pay-per-view event. And although Clash of Champions generally is not considered to be one of the big or monumental WWE pay-per-views, Clash of Champions 2020 may in fact be an exception to this rule, as there are lots of big rumored surprises and swerves for the show this year that will likely shock most fans. So in this video, we will reveal all the surprises and spoilers rumored for Clash of Champions 2020, as well as all of the winners of the announced matches on the card. The action at Clash of Champions 2020 will start off on the kickoff show in the WWE's women's division, as Asuka will be defending her Raw Women's title against a relatively surprising challenger in Zelina Vega, because as most of you can likely agree on, Zelina Vega's rise into Raw Women's title contention has certainly been quite an interesting yet unexpected development in recent weeks. But considering this match is being featured on the Clash of Champions kickoff show, that should give fans an indication on the importance of this match, as well as a bit of a spoiler on the winner of the match as well. Because according to one of our sources, Asuka will be retaining her Raw Women's title against Zelina Vega in a rather short match, to add some momentum to Asuka's new title reign. The Clash of Champions 2020 main card will apparently begin with a Smackdown Tag Team Championship match between current title holders Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura against their challengers, the Lucha House Party. While the WWE could always pull off a big swerve in this match by having the Lucha House Party upset Cesaro and Nakamura and pick up the unexpected win, a new backstage rumor has revealed that Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura will be retaining their Smackdown Tag Team titles after a back-and-forth, high-paced match, with the underlying storyline here reportedly being Kalisto getting annoyed with his Lucha House Party teammates for once again failing to capture championship gold, with Kalisto rumored to go on his own as a solo competitor in the very near future. We then have the United States Championship match between champion Bobby Lashley and former champion and current title challenger Apollo Crews. As most of you are likely aware, Bobby Lashley very much is new in his reign as the US champion, as Lashley only just won the gold from Apollo Crews at Payback 2020, and regardless of the fact that there is always a possibility that the WWE will flip-flop the title back onto Crews, one of our sources has mentioned that fans should be expecting Bobby Lashley to find a way to retain his United States title against Apollo Crews at Clash of Champions 2020, likely with a bit of help from the rest of the Hurt Business. We now move on to the Raw Tag Team Championship match between champions the Street Profits and challengers Andrade and Angel Garza, with Andrade's and Angel Garza's manager Zelina Vega trying to achieve her own success in WWE. Many fans have been questioning if the WWE had decided to pull the plug on both Garza's and Andrade's pushes in WWE, and apparently that isn't the case whatsoever. And despite the fact that Zelina has basically moved on from managing this team, Vince still has big plans for Andrade and Angel Garza in the coming months, and as of right now, current backstage rumors indicate that the Street Profits will be losing their Raw Tag Team titles to Angel Garza and Andrade at Clash of Champions 2020, after what will likely be a grueling match that certainly has the potential to steal the show. Up next, we have the Women's Tag Team Championship match between current title holders Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler against worthy challengers the Riot Squad. While Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott have certainly been working as a cohesive unit over the past several weeks, and truly getting back on track and into the conversation of winning Women's Tag Team Gold, according to a new backstage rumor, the WWE reportedly planning on having Nia Jax's and Shayna Baszler's reign as Women's Tag Team Champions last a bit longer, so fans should be expecting to see Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retain their Women's Tag Team titles against the Riot Squad at Clash of Champions 2020. We now have the confirmed Intercontinental Championship ladder match between champion Jeff Hardy and challenger Sami Zayn along with AJ Styles. By most fans' accounts, this is arguably the match on the Clash of Champions 2020 card with the highest chance of stealing the show, because of all three superstars truly being gifted in the squared circle, and fans should definitely expect this to be an exciting match for the IC title. As of right now, current backstage rumors indicate that Jeff Hardy will manage to retain his Intercontinental title after performing some truly scary and awe-inspiring moves off the ladders. But one source has also mentioned that there is one other possible outcome of this match that could be a bit of a swerve, as we have been told that if Hardy does not retain his title, it would likely be Sami Zayn slithering in after Jeff Hardy performs a big spot on AJ Styles off the ladder, with Sami tossing Hardy out of the ring and pinning AJ Styles for the title win. So definitely expect one of those two scenarios to occur at Clash of Champions. We now have the Smackdown Women's Championship match between defending champion Bayley against challenger Nikki Cross, and while most wrestling fans were hoping that Bayley would get a fresh new challenger for Clash of Champions 2020, considering Nikki Cross has already received numerous opportunities at the Gold, the match still has potential to be a fun one, and fans should think of this as more of a filler match for Bayley before she finally takes on her former best friend Sasha Banks. Current backstage rumors indicate that Bayley will be retaining her SmackDown Women's title against Nikki Cross. Drew McIntyre will be defending his WWE Championship against heated rival Randy Orton at Clash of Champions 2020 in an ambulance match, and by all means this is certainly one of the big matches on the Clash of Champions card that has the potential for a big title change, and if a new backstage rumor proves to be true, this is exactly what will be happening in this big match between McIntyre and Orton, with the rumor stating that Vince is secretly planning for Randy Orton to finally dethrone Drew McIntyre of the WWE Championship at Clash of Champions. Some fans were wondering why exactly the WWE decided to make this bout between Randy and Drew an ambulance match, and apparently it is so that Drew can lose the title to Randy Orton without losing cleanly, with one source mentioning that the Retribution faction will be making their presence felt during this match, and unintentionally help Randy Orton pick up the huge title win, after Retribution dismantled Drew McIntyre, thus giving Orton an easy path to victory. We now have the Universal Championship match scheduled between champion Roman Reigns and intriguing challenger Jey Uso. Without question, this is certainly the match with a lot of moving parts to it right now, as there is a lot of speculation regarding a big surprise or swerve occurring during or after the match. Whether that be Jey Uso shockingly winning the title, Jey and Reigns recreating an iconic moment from WCW with their own version of the finger poke of doom scenario, there is certainly a lot of intrigue regarding this bizarre match. One of our sources has mentioned that the new monstrous heel Roman Reigns will be retaining his Universal title against Jey Uso at Clash of Champions 2020, and despite acting fairly friendly towards Jey Uso on recent episodes of Smackdown, fans can expect Roman to show his true heel side at Clash of Champions by absolutely wrecking Jey Uso in dominant fashion. However, there is a rumor going around that The Rock may shockingly be making his WWE return at Clash of Champions 2020 to confront Roman Reigns after destroying Jey Uso, and if this does indeed happen, this would reportedly be the start to The Rock's final feud in WWE against Roman Reigns, with their feud culminating in a massive Universal title match at WrestleMania 37. Regardless, this match between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso should be fun as long as it goes, and with the potential for a big return right afterwards, Clash of Champions 2020 will definitely close out with an emphatic and monumental statement.